Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Give me 1 second. Let me get this other camera correct. I had to wipe the lens a little bit. It was real blurry. Real that light behind me is shining. And I don't think it's gonna be able to be right. Let's give me a second. Let me see if we can get this thing so it's not too bright back there. You know what I mean, for the people on the Instagram, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's all right now. It's slanted. Let's see if we can straighten this thing out. Boom, back. I think we got something. It's still a little. All right, it's not too bright back there. Let's hit live here. You know what I mean? Get live on the Instagram. And we got the robe on. You know what I mean? Peace and love. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Happy Monday. What a freaking weekend. Holy cow. Yo, your boy was like down and out, man. Y'all saw me Friday, heard me talk about the headache. Friday intensified. Saturday was a little better than Friday with a headache, but then it was body pains and body aches. And then yesterday was just like, right? But I was able to like dance a little bit, but hot and cold. But today, woke up feeling better, able to move a little bit more, thanks to some special love and care and attention from Mona Love, baby girl. That is what love does. Takes care. Love takes care of love. Love is an action word. A massage yesterday, soup. Just the little things, man, right? If you know me, you know I'm pretty, I try to be pretty independent. So I'm like, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to make this food and all the other stuff, man. She's doing all right, helping to cook, making stuff, right? I'm tired, man. I need to go sit down. She's like, all right, I'll take care of this, and just grateful because today I do feel a lot better already. Head is not hurting like it was some pressure yesterday. Not hurting at all at the moment. Right, I'm able to have it. I didn't come in my room. I came in my room yesterday for the show, Sunday Light, but then I don't think I came in my room after that at all. And in the living room, I had the curtains closed, like no light. Um, Today though, I'm in my room. It's bright outside. I haven't been outside since Friday. I stepped out yesterday a little bit to watch the snow, but I haven't like going out walking or doing anything. But today I think we're gonna go out, man. I'm gonna get an exercise in after the show. Right, we're gonna get a little workout in, and then shower. I want to go out, move my body, move my legs. Right, just go walk and get some sun, man. It's been 3 days, right, since Friday, man. Friday I was inside. I did not go outside Friday, so really since Thursday, Friday all day inside, Saturday all day inside. I stepped out only to put compost in like right in front of the house Saturday, and yesterday only to just stand right in front of the house, like not even all the way down the stairs, just right on the porch to just get some sunlight, right, and look at the snow. But we here, we back. Life is good. Life is still good, right? We're still moving forward. Peace and love, Eddie Kruger. What's going on, my brother? Thanks for tuning in on the Instagram. That sounds like an old person on the Instagram. On Instagram, man, motherfucker. On the Instagram, and you know what I mean, the Facebooks and the Twitters and the TikToks and yeah, I mean all of that shit like that. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know why I'm moving my hands like that. I think is that why I think how old folks talk. Listen, yo, I'm a little crazy, but I love when I love when I'm starting to feel better, right? When I'm having, when I'm not feeling my best, and then I'm starting to feel better because like you literally can feel when you're feeling better. You can feel when you're getting back to yourself, right? And if you know me, I am a clown. I love to laugh. I love to create characters. That's my first love is art, is film, and I gotta find my way back to like consistent art, consistent film. Specifically, like I would love to create for myself, and at some point I will, an episodic show, a show where it's episodes and I play a character and it's introduced by other characters. I was hoping to be able to do it with my nephew, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna work. So yeah, we'll see how it works out. But Mona Love, what's going on? Peace and love, baby girl. Happy Mother Loving Monday. Said Fusen Kofa, what's going on, brother? Said, don't you look comfy? I do, baby, I do. I am comfy. I am warm. It is warm. I had to turn the heat down. I am now feeling like I was cold before. Now I'm hot. All right, but listen, we're gonna get the show started. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marcy. You are tuned into SR Daily, episode 519. Episode 519 of SR Daily. This is week 105. 105 weeks on the air. 105 weeks is a freaking a milestone. Again, everything at this point is a milestone because this shit hasn't been. I've never done this shit. I don't really know. You know what I mean? People personally who has done this shit. You know what I mean? So all this shit is a milestone at this point. 105 weeks, 519 episodes. All this thing is a big deal. But listen, guys, we're gonna start with our first segment of the day. We got a pretty cool show for you guys. I'm really interested to talk about some of these things. We're gonna start with our first segment. Is a word of the day. Today's word is procure. 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 Procure is defined as, or it means, excuse me, to oh, lingering cough. Phlegm coming out. Excuse me. To obtain something with care or effort. To obtain or acquire it, usually with special care, effort, or through a formal process rather than just buying it. It implies a level of difficulty or strategic action, often used in business, government, procurement departments, or legal context to get necessary supplies, evidence, or resources. Let's read it one more time. Procure is our word of the day, and it means to obtain something with care or effort. To obtain or acquire it, usually with special care, special effort, or through a formal process rather than just buying it. It implies a level of difficulty or strategic action, often used in business, government, procurement departments, or legal context to get necessary supplies, evidence, or resources. Now, this is a good word, and I chose this word today because of Friday's meeting with DYCD. So we're gonna talk about that. Friday's meeting with DYCD was absolutely phenomenal. But because of that meeting, I had to create a passport account. Passport account is the city's procurement, right? Passport is an acronym, Passport, PASS, which is Procurement and Sourcing Solutions Portal, Passport, right? Which is essentially the way the city does business with entities. So I'm putting us, LME, LaShawn Marston Enterprises, in a position to do business with the city. I intend on ultimately bidding on contracts related to city development, youth development, mental health, public safety, and so much more. And I'm talking about city development like roads, right? Like I'm talking about all of that stuff, man. I like to think that I think about not just me, about not just my people, about not just I definitely don't just think about finances. I think not just about today. I think about like long term. And so yeah, I think like city planning and development, like that's on my radar, right? That's on my radar. And I created the accounts yesterday. Yesterday after the show, I sat in my room a little bit longer and I logged on and I created the accounts. Still a lot of other stuff I got to do. But this is the beginning of really doing business with the city, right? And through DYCD, right? And being a part of this passport account. It was another account I had to create first, but I already had that account as a PIP account, PIP, Payee Information Portal, and I have that account already because I already have a vendor's license with the DOE, Department of Education, which I have not used yet, which I have not gotten a freaking contract yet because I haven't really pushed this shit. I need to push that shit. And I'm really working to put myself in the mindset, right? In the mindset that I am not just an activist. I was saying that like before. I'm no longer just an activist or just an artist. I am a business owner. I am an entity. I am an entrepreneur, right? And I gotta act like it. I gotta start moving like it. I gotta start treating life like I'm a business owner, right? And I got a business that a lot of people would benefit from. A lot of people would patronize if they knew about it. And so that's on me to figure that shit out, to figure out what has been holding me back. What have I been allowing to holding me back, right? What about business? What about yeah, that's it, right? We're gonna figure that shit out. But yeah, man, like I intend on doing again contracts with the city, big contracts, right? RFPs, requests for proposals, with millions and millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars, to dole out, right, funds to institutions, as well as being able to just institutions got money, being able to call them up and be, hey, listen, you know what I mean? I'm a vendor with the city, and I got a service that I think would benefit your institution, your agency, your organization, your company. I would love to talk. I would love to send you some stuff over. I know how to talk. That's the thing. I can talk. I can talk to anybody, and I would talk to anybody, and I've talked to anybody and everybody. Um, it's just not the first thing I think about, right? It's business. I think about just like observe it. Yeah, we're gonna figure this shit out though. But anyway, let's move right along to our second segment of the day. That was our first segment. Word of the day is procure, right? Move right along to our second segment of the day. Need to know news. Listen, this news. We're gonna talk DYCD. DYCD is, if you don't know, right, is the city's agency, is the city's Department of Youth and Community Development, DYCD, Department of Youth and Community Development. And man, oh man, listen, they have a lot going on. I knew they had some stuff happening. But they have much more than I could even imagine, right? They got so much stuff going on for so many groups of people. I'm shocked, literally, that more people I know don't talk about them more. I'm shocked that I don't know more people that talk about DYCD. I'm shocked at that. Because as great as they're doing, right, in all 5 boroughs, clearly is an organization that still could be doing more, right? But that more, yeah, I just don't hear enough people talk about them. And like I said, I've known, right? I know that they've done some things that had some people, when I was first getting into activism and community organizing, some young people were working with them doing film stuff. I know that they have funded some opportunities for some organizations I was a part of, right? Echoes used them for their, couple of events that I've been a part of, right? So like I know of them, I knew of them, but I never had a meeting with them. I never knew the details of what they're doing. And when I found this shit out, Friday's meeting, and they sent me a follow-up email with all of these freaking resources, I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot to go through. But yeah, let's talk about it. Again, they got a whole cluster of beneficial services for youth, for people up to 40, for older adults as well, regardless if you're English speaking or not. So let's read up on some stuff, right? Let us get into it. Where is DYCD? No, that is passport. That is that. No. That's not what we're looking for. We are looking for where? All right, here we go. All right, so DYCD's mission, the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development, invest in a network of community-based organizations and programs to alleviate the effects of poverty and to provide opportunities for New Yorkers and communities to flourish. Vision. DYCD strives to improve the quality of life of New Yorkers by collaborating with local organizations and investing in the talents and assets of our communities to help them develop, grow, and thrive. This is January 26, 2025. They update it every year. Listen, they got 5 programmatic divisions. They got youth services, community development, they got a workforce and strategic partnerships, and then intergovernmental and public engagement. Their youth services programs blew me away initially. Like this, I'm reading their presentation that they sent me. All right. Their youth services programs blew me away. They got 4 youth service programs, right? One is the Compass NYC. High quality programs in schools and community centers that offer a diverse range of academic support, sports, artistic, and recreational activities. Cornerstone, I know some Cornerstone programs, offers dynamic year-round programs for individuals of all ages, including after-school, teen center, and summer camp options operating within the NYCHA community center. So Queensbridge does not have a Cornerstone program, but Ravenswood does, and Astoria does. Astoria has a Cornerstone program through Hannock, right? Beacon, essential programs and services for individuals of all ages, including after-school programs, teen programming, adult initiatives, and summer camps offered in school-based community centers. My old junior high school, 204 here in Long Island City, is a Beacon program, right? Then they have this one, runaway and homeless youth services. Services to support individuals with different needs, including drop-in centers, crisis services programs, transitional independent living programs, and street outreach and referral services. Now, the runaway and homeless youth, they got 4 sectors to that alone. Street outreach program disseminates information about runaway homeless youth services, provides food, clothing, and other resources, makes referrals to other service providers, and transport youth back to their homes or relatives, to crisis shelters, or to other safe locations. They have a borough-based drop-in centers. Offers young people between the ages of 14 and 24 a welcome food, clothing, showers, laundry, and case management services. Youth receive referrals to crisis services programs and additional support services. There are 8 drop-in centers, and 5 of which are 24/7. Crisis services program provide emergency shelter and crisis intervention services for young people between the ages of 16 and 20, or between the ages of 21 and 24 for homeless young adults. Then they have the transitional independent living. Facilities provide homeless youth between the ages of 16 and 20, or between the ages of 21 and 24, with support and shelter as they work to establish independence. Listen, that alone, they kept going. They had a workforce connect division. So out of school programs, train and earn, ages 16 to 24, right? In school program is learn and earn. They have advance and earn, age 16 to 24. Out in school is work, learn, and grow. They have the summer youth employment program, 14 to 24, right? Out of school and in school programs, 14 to 24. And then they have the community resources for employment, community resources for employment and development, which is CRED, C-R-E-D, which is ages 18 to 40. One thing the brother said that I love, right? One of the guys that was on the meeting with me, David, he said the days are over when young people got to do these internships for free, right? They're interning and they're paying them. Everything they do, they get paid for. And I'm like, yeah, that'll get some young people excited. That'll get some young people interested. But like the train and earn, you learn and you make money while learning, and then the advance and earn, you work while still learning and still earning, right? But you're in a position to grow because you're still learning while earning. It's fucking incredible. Summer youth, been around for a while. I had a summer youth gig while I was in the streets. It was insane. But the community resources for employment and development, I think that's extremely powerful because that's ages 18 to 40. So there are some people who are, again, right, one of the challenges is what happens when you're no longer 24, no longer 25, you're not considered a youth, but you're still struggling, you still need support. This program at least gives you an opportunity, right? At least gives you an opportunity to still make some money, right? 18 to 40, powerful. Then there were community development programs. They have the neighborhood development areas, NDAs, educational support, high school youth, healthy families, safety awareness and crime prevention, economic development, the older adults, the adult literacy, immigration services. They have literacy and immigrant services, deep discretionary programs, food pantry, right? They have a fatherhood initiative. They said they have 15 fatherhood programs that they're funding. Like, they got a fatherhood Rikers Island pilot. Like, they got a lot going on. Then they got their Office of Intergovernmental Affairs and Public Engagement Unit, right? This is the office that engages with external partners who are elected and appointed officials, right? City council, state legislators, members of Congress, borough presidents, district attorneys, community boards. It also oversees boards including the Youth Board, the Interagency Coordinating Council on Youth, the Community Action Board, and the Neighborhood Advisory Board, right? NABs, which they recommended I be a part of, right? And we're gonna see, right? But this shit, man, listen, this shit blew me away, right? This shit blew me away. And then it was the Strategic Partnership Division, right? DYCD Strategic Partnership Division is responsible for connecting our DYCD programs in their communities with new and innovative partners in the public and private fields. Strategic partnerships currently consist of events planning initiatives coordination, EPIC, sports and wellness, S&W, neighborhood strategies unit, NSU, Office of Neighborhood Safety, ONS, I know ONS, Gun Violence Prevention Task Force, GVPTF, and Office of Mental Health Support, OMHS. And this is where I'm going to focus on for Strategic Partnerships Division. But yeah, this shit is incredible, right? This again, it blew me away, guys. It blew me away. If you need to get in touch with DYCD, take a number 1-800-246-4646 or 646-343-6800, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or they can be reached through email at communityconnect@dyc.nyc.org. Please do reach out. Look them up on LinkedIn, DYCD NYC, Facebook, X, and Instagram, NYC Youth. Look them up, man. Like again, I knew some of the stuff they were doing. I knew some of the impact. But yeah, that that meeting really blew me away, and it sold me, and it was like, yeah, I need to be involved. I need to be connected, even more so with DYCD. Let's move right along, though, to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, of course, is a tip of the day. As always, today's tip: one of the best things you can be in life is open-minded and open-hearted. One of the best things you can be in life is open-minded and open-hearted. You truly never know where life will lead you. Like, you never know where life will lead you. You never know. You never know. But one thing I know is that being closed-minded and closed-hearted is a surefire way to push blessings and opportunities away. Being closed-minded, expecting things to look a certain way, it has to be this certain way. Closed-hearted, like, oh no, not that way, not those people, right? Your choice, your life, your choice, your prerogative, right? But being closed-minded and closed-hearted is a surefire way to push a lot of opportunities, a lot of blessings away. But being open-minded and being open-hearted to ways and views that may differ from yours doesn't mean you got to agree with it, doesn't mean you got to support it. Just being open-minded and open-hearted to listen, right? To listen and strive to understand, seek understanding, right? That is how one attains the Tao. That is how you attain the Tao. And the Tao, that's the way, all right? Taoism, right? Tao, Tao, literally translates to the way, right? And the Tao is eternal, right? It never dies, it never fades, it never falters, it never wavers, right? It's freaking eternal, and the only way to attain the Tao is to be open-minded and open-hearted. And it's just open-hearted in in the sense where, like, you break up with your husband, wife, right? You have children, right? It's a divorce, it's over, all right? They move on, right? If it's really about the children, why can't we all be friends? If it's really, really about the children, can we live close together? If we got big house, property, can we live together? Something to think about. Open-mindedness, open-heartedness. Because, like, why not? If 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 we all move on, right? If I'm married, we have 2 children, we break up, right? We divorce. She remarries, I remarry. 3, 4 more children over here, 2, 3 more children over there. One family has a lot of money. One family has major property, right? One family has a freaking 10-room house, 12-room house, right? Why can't the families not come together? Or one family has, you know, a 5-room house on their property, but like they have enough space to another house can be built, and the other family knows how to build a house. Why can we not build a house on your property? Like, why not? Why can I not build a house on our property? Again, I understand why the reasons would be no. However, most of the time, why the reasons would be no, why the answers would be no, is because of ego, immaturity, right? And all of those things like that, right? But open-mindedness, open-heartedness, like, just to think about it. Doesn't mean you agree with it. It doesn't mean you're gonna say yes. But can you be open-hearted, right? Can you open your heart? Can you open your mind to really live in peace and harmony with those who you may not have been able to previously live in peace and harmony with? And I'm just saying, man, open your heart, open your mind, give it a try. Give it a try. You can literally ask, you know, Great Spirit, open my heart, open my mind to be more receptive, to be more receptive and accepting, and to seek understanding of things that I don't readily understand. Like you can affirm that, you can claim that, you can speak that upon yourself if you would like to be more open hearted and more open minded. And I'm saying that like open mindedness is what has navigated me thus far, open mindedness and open heartedness. Right? If I would have been closed minded, things gotta look this way, gotta look a certain way regarding whether my career, relationships, whatever the case may be, I wouldn't be where I'm at in no regard today. Right. And today, again, like things are not ideal, but things are perfect. And your boy has accomplished a lot, your boy has made a lot of impact, and we still just getting started, right? But yeah, that's the tip of the day. Let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Tamiko, what's going on, my sister? Peace and love. Sifu said it takes advancement maturity. Advanced maturity. Yes, it does, of course. Let's move right along on to our fourth and final segment of the day, our build of the day. Today's build of the day, we're going to talk about the GPS theory of life. The GPS theory of life. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of the GPS theory of life? If you haven't, think about the GPS in your phone or your car. You input a destination, and no matter how many circles you spin in, no matter how many left turns you make, wrong turns you make, your GPS never yells. Your GPS never calls you a failure. Your GPS never says you won't make it. It doesn't blame any outside sources. Even if there are outside sources involved, it calmly recalculates you and gives you another way to the same destination. Your GPS calmly recalculates you and gives you another way to the same destination. Right? It's another way to the same destination. There are more ways, what's the old saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat. Right? Why are we talking about skinning cats? There's more than one way to reach a destination. Right? America's so violent. Why we got these kill two birds with one stone? Why are you killing birds? Two of them with one stone. Why? Why can't it just be like one way to make, like, we got to figure something else out, but it's more than one way to reach a destination, right? But that's real life. That's real life. But this is why it's absolutely essential to lock in the destination. Where are you going? Where are you going? You got to know where you're going in order to get there. This is why some folks say if you don't have a destination, you'll end up anywhere, oftentimes in a place you don't want to be. If you don't have a destination, you'll end up anywhere, oftentimes in a place you don't want to be. So set a destination, make sure that shit is locked in, and then go enjoy the journey. You will get there eventually so long as you don't quit. Go enjoy the journey. The destination is set. You know where you are going. Once you set the destination, not only is GPS, right, like your global positioning system, but GPS is also God's protective system. You're protected. You know, you put the destination in, baby. Like, God got you. You're gonna get there. Enjoy the fucking ride. This shit is like, it's autopilot, but it's not, right? It's like you gotta drive. But like when you don't know where you're going, like God gonna tell you go this way, go that way. And you're gonna end up there. As long as you don't quit. As long as you don't quit, you're gonna end up where you set out to go. It's a guarantee. This is guaranteed. There's nothing anyone can say that can change my mind. I set a destination a long time ago. I'm here where I wanted to be, right? It's something that goes right going around social media. Is like you are be grateful because you are now living in one of your answered prayers, right? I've prayed to be in a better mental health space, right? I prayed for a better relationship with my mama. I prayed for a lot of things, right? I prayed for better health, right? I have better health, even though last couple of days I wasn't feeling my best. I'm not walking sideways, linked over, right? I could, like, again, not my best, but like we could move, right? We could do all of this stuff, right? We could lift legs, right? We couldn't do none of that freaking over a decade ago, all right? And I pray for this shit. I pray to be in a space where I make positive impact in my neighborhood, right? I pray to like change my life before I get killed in the streets, all right? I set a destination to be here, to be an important person in my neighborhood. Having meetings, right? My days are filled with media, with art, with meetings about, community impact, community empowerment, right? Put myself in position to make a lot of money, And one thing we know is that the money doesn't, like, nothing happens like overnight, right? What people think is overnight is literally 10, 15, 20 years of work, 20 years of consistency, right? We're at 17 years, right? We're at 17 years, 17 years, 17 years. And even though there was a general focus, the focus is a lot tighter now. And even now, this year is a lot tighter, right? Is brain coaching, right? Is a lot tighter. Like coaching, it was like we could do coaching on this, coaching on that, no, brain coaching. Yes, I can help people with other things, but brain coaching. That's what we're gonna focus on. But yeah, man, GPS theory of life, right? The GPS theory of life. Fucking look into it. Move through it, right? Like understand that you are guided, that you are protected, right? Understand that, like, so real quick. So before we get off the show, right, there are core principles. Hold on, because I found the article. Core principles of the GPS theory of life. The analogy: when you miss a motorway exit, Google Maps or whatever GPS service we're using doesn't yell at us, call us stupid, or shut down. Simply says we're calculating, or it does this automatically without saying anything. It does it without judgment, making it the no judgment clause. The lesson: we often judge ourselves harshly for mistakes, especially when compared to other people. At least in my experience as a therapist, the GPS theory of life suggests adopting neutrality. A mistake is just data. It's nothing more than a coordinate change and not a reflection of our worth. We all make mistakes. There's not a person alive who has never made a mistake. To err is human. Resilience via recalculating. The analogy: when the GPS immediately looks for the next best available route from our current location, it doesn't waste time wishing you were still back at the previous turn. The lesson: this aligns with the psychological concept of problem-focused coping. There's no point in dwelling on what can't be changed. So instead of dwelling on a mistake, it's more helpful to immediately pivot to I am where I am. So what is the best move to get to my goal from here? Facts. Yeah. This I shared the article on my Facebook page, so please do go check it out. But listen, guys, that is our show for today. That is our show for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. Tefu said it's more than one way to skin a potato. It's more than one way to peel a banana. Yes, man. Yes. Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. This is episode 519 of SR Daily, kicking off week 105. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. Please do join us right back here tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Instagram Live. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. Staying down. And staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. I'm out. See you guys tomorrow.